tactic. You make your products scarce, so you create the illusion of demand. So, oh my God, they've sold out already. Everybody wants this stuff. Well, actually, deliberately, you didn't put much on sale in the first place. That could be the technique that Meghan was using.
Meghan Markle has just launched her highly anticipated lifestyle brand, Jaws Ever Bra, and within minutes, everything's sold out. Ooh, exciting, right? But hold up, man. Things are starting to look a little fishy. Was it really the massive success that everybody's been making it out to be, or is this all part of a clever marketing trick? In less than an hour, her products disappeared, but not before the doubts started creeping in. Could it be that Meghan is selling us a fake success story just to boost her image? Oh my God, no, she would never. Or is there something much deeper going on behind the scenes?
This is ready to launch a new project, Pete.
I know. It is, you know how we used to, when we were kids, we'd think to ourselves, one more sleep? It is one more sleep. This time tomorrow, we will have all the details of the products available on the As Ever range. Don't forget, we talked last week about the fashion stuff that she was recommending, accessories, cosmetics and beauty products. Those were things that you were able to access with her recommendation. Her actual product.
Okay, so Meghan just launched her big lifestyle brand, As Ever, like a year after endless anticipation. I mean, come on, we've been hearing about this thing for so friggin' long, you'd think that it was gonna change the world, right? Instead, what we got was about as exciting as watching a Diet Coke fizzle in a glass that was designed by the same team that brought us Duke Nukem Forever. I mean, seriously, man, I don't know about you, but I expected a little bit more, I don't know, sparkle, pizzazz. Especially for a woman who's been hyping this up for what feels like eternity.
And she just uses phrases and sentences that seem really detached from reality. No one really speaks like that.
There she was, sitting alone in front of her computer like she's the only one in the entire world who cares about the launch. Spoiler alert, she probably was. She was refreshing the page like it was a big deal, all excited and squeaking, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, we're live, oh my god, oh. There wasn't a single person there to share the moment with her, not even her husband, Prince Harry. And that says a lot. No kids, no friends, no glamorous staff, not even her mom, Doria the Exploria. It was just her sitting there like a kid at her first school dance with nobody to talk to. Does that sound like the kind of launch you'd expect from somebody of her caliber? Yeah, I don't think so.
So I suspect her brand As Ever is going to tank with the rest of the other things that the couple have tried to do because they're really missing a trick. And
let's compare this with other celebrity launches. Remember when Kim Kardashian dropped a new product line? The cameras, the family, the entourage, every moment was a spectacle. Man, people were excited to watch because they knew it was going to be big. With Meghan, I don't know. It felt like she was trying to play it cool, but it just ended up looking super awkward and kind of sad. You would expect a little behind-the-scenes drama, a countdown, maybe some build-up on Instagram or something. But no, she just went for the low-key approach, and the result? A launch so underwhelming it barely even made a ripple. And let's talk about the excitement level. It was hands down the most anticlimactic thing I have seen in a long time. And I was there for the whole Ross-Rachel dilemma on Friends. So while other celebrities might have a red carpet moment, VIP guest list, or at least pop a confetti to celebrate the launch of their empire, Meghan had a fizzling Diet Coke. Seriously, if you were waiting for some kind of grand spectacle, you'd be sorely disappointed. It's almost like she wanted to play it humble, but it just comes off as a total flip-flop.
I'm engaged in a typical marketing technique where they limit the supply initially of the launch. So, if 10 people buy, oh, we're sold out, even though 10 people bought expensive jars of preserve and crepe batter, which are quite easy to make at home.
So here's the big twist. Meghan's As Ever products sold out faster than you can say bring back Sobe. But here's the thing, did they really sell? Or was this all just a part of the show, the glitz, the glamour, the mysticism? The speed at which these products vanished off the shelves left everybody scratching their heads. Was this really a genuine frenzy, or was this just some sneaky marketing ploy? It's starting to look way more like the latter and not so much the former. Alright, let's talk about scarcity marketing for a second. I know, my God, you're gonna learn something here. Get over it. Okay, so this is a technique the brands love to use where they purposely limit the number of products available to create a sense of urgency. See McDonald's and the McRib. But the safer ones, not the ones that were made with yoga mats. Look into it. It's kind of like when you see a sign that says, only 2 left in stock and you rush to buy it, even if you don't need it. The idea is to give you some major friggin' FOMO if you don't act fast. And guess what? It works. I used to work retail. We'd only stock 2 things at once so people would buy crap that they didn't need because they were afraid it was gonna go poof. But it really does make you wonder, is this a clever business strategy or is this just a well-executed hustle? Well, based on how quickly everything sold out, it's hard not to think Meghan's team might be pulling some strings behind the scenes to keep us all on our feet.
Feasted off her honeypot. But the fact of the matter is, I don't see anybody else going to be buying.
But here's the kicker. What exactly is being sold as a luxury product? A spread instead of a jam? Yeah, you heard that. Meghan's big claim in the food department was supposed to be a high-end jam, but now she's calling it a spread. Ooh. And honestly, I can't help but wonder if this is a downgrade or just a clever cost-cutting move disguised as luxury.
Jam-shaped hole reminded us more of a luxury candle than a condiment we'd throw in the fridge after opening. Once we'd finally reached the spread, what immediately struck us about the container was its minuscule size. It's small, containing just 215 grams of spread for $14, or in the future, when they allow you to order it without the keepsake packaging, it would be $9.
Now look, man, don't get me wrong, spreads are great. But when you're marketing a product as a top-tier item and you're charging what seems like premium prices, shouldn't we expect something that's a little, more jammy? Jam, after all, has a certain standard. It's supposed to have a high fruit content and real high-quality ingredients. But here's the issue. Spreads don't have to adhere to those same rules. They can be made with cheaper ingredients, thinner fruit content, and all kinds of fillers to make it stretch further. So when you find out that Meghan's jam has been rebranded as a spread, it's kind of like getting a knockoff version of the real deal, Cool Whip. It's a little shady, don't you think?
Said coming soon, but then, like 5 minutes later, we see that she put sold out. As in, oh, all of this is sold out. This is, you cannot get the fakest.
So let's talk about the insider scoop for a second. With spreads, there's usually a lot of sugar and preservatives involved to make it shelf stable and to last longer. And we're talking about the kind of stuff that you definitely don't want in your body. But hey, it's Meghan Markle's luxury brand, so maybe, maybe it's all organic and free of additives, right? I wouldn't hold my breath, honestly. The fact that she swapped out jam for a spread makes me wonder if we're looking at a product that's been mass-produced with questionable ingredients to keep costs down. The fancy labeling won't change the fact that it's probably not the top-tier product that everybody was promised. But there's more to it than that. Meghan has partnered with a company called Snow Commerce to handle the distribution of her products. Sounds fine, right? Except the one little detail. Snow Commerce has a 1-star rating with the Better Business Bureau. 1 star. That's not just a red flag, that's a whole red carpet of warnings. You would think that a star-studded celebrity like Meghan would be, a little bit more picky about who she teams up with, but apparently she went the cheap route when picking her distribution partner. What's that about? Cutting corners to save a couple of bucks? I thought she was rich and famous and glamorous.
I mean, why did she choose this Snow Commerce company? The Mail Online have revealed today it has suffered a slew of poor reviews in recent years and has the lowest possible rating with arguably America's most influential consumer rights organization.
All right, let's talk about Snow Commerce's questionable reputation here for a second. The company's got a history of mishandling customer orders, selling products that never existed, and wait for it, allegedly collecting and selling customer data. Oh, and did I mention that they've been accused of not delivering the items people have already paid for? I mean, this definitely sounds like the kind of company that Meghan has decided to hitch her wagon to. I mean, it's practically aligning with her personal brand, right?
One unhappy customer has warned, do not buy anything from any company that uses this joke of a company. Another critic said they are ridiculously bad. They're allegedly selling items that they don't have in stock or don't exist at all.
Hey, I get it. Business is all about making deals and saving money. Who doesn't love more cash? I do, so click that like and subscribe. I want to be able to afford eggs again, y'all. Okay, here's the deal. When you're building a brand like Unraveled, don't you kind of think that you should be a little bit more careful about your partners? Especially when you're dealing with something as sensitive as customer data. Now, we all know how serious those privacy concerns are these days, and yet here she is, choosing a distribution company with a record of shady practices. Could this be a sign that Meghan's more interested in making a quick buck than protecting her brand's image?
But now she's got the perfect reasoning when the sales don't go the way she wants, or maybe media outlets discover, sources start speaking, saying that, that there's nothing, she's not actually created anything to sell. She can say, it's not my fault, it's this company.
Let me check my magic 8-ball. It's not just about the distribution issues either. If Meghan really wants to position As Ever as a premium luxury brand, wouldn't it make more sense to work with, a reputable company that has a proven track record of delivering quality service? But instead, she goes with Snow Commerce, a company that's been accused of some seriously questionable tactics. Now, maybe it's because they're the cheapest option, or maybe she doesn't care enough to do the proper research. Either way, it's really starting to look like Meghan's As Ever launch is starting to unravel faster than anybody can keep up. So, my friend, here's the cherry on top of her As Ever launch. After all of the products sold out, her influencer and celebrity friends started showing off their exclusive purchases and unboxing videos. Yup. While the average fan was left clicking out of stock over and over, the celebrities were over here flexing their As Ever goodies like they just found the holy grail. Honestly, it felt like watching a VIP club that nobody else could get into. Let me tell you, her handful of fans were not happy about it. I gotta say that the reactions these influencers were giving as they unboxed their goodies were straight up hilarious. One fan looked like she was having a big O while opening her As Ever spread and tea. I mean, come on, it's not like they were unwrapping the crown jewels or a Bugatti. It's just some crappy jam and sprinkles. But her dramatic gasp and breathy, "Oh my God, oh look at this." It was almost like she was unboxing a lifetime supply of happiness, which for me would be Girl Scout cookies. Can you imagine being that excited over a jar of jam? It's way too much. But hey, this is Meghan Markle's world and we're just living in it, right? Okay, but let's not ignore the elephant in the room, the fans. The ones who are left out in the cold while the celebrities got their little gift bags. Fans were pissed. They were scrolling through social media, watching these unboxing videos, knowing full well they couldn't get their hands on the products. It's like Meghan was teasing them with this whole "you can look but you can't touch because we're not that kind of a club" approach, making them feel like they missed out on something super exclusive. Now, if you're a regular person who couldn't snag a jar of the precious spread, it's hard not to feel like you're just a bystander in the whole celebrity flex fest. So here's where the drama takes on even juicier twist. Meghan's As Ever launch just so happened to drop at the exact same time Prince Harry was dealing with his ongoing legal troubles. Ooh boy, talk about bad timing. Now you'd think with all the attention that Harry was getting from his legal battles, Meghan would want to keep things a little low-key. Or at the very least, mention her husband in some way. After all, he's been a major part of her life and career, right? But no, Harry was nowhere to be found during Meghan's big product reveal. Not even a mention. Not a "thank you for your support, my dearest Harry one." Or even a casual shout out like, "I couldn't have done it without my rock, my partner, my Harry." Instead, she went full solo, giving all the credit to her team and partners while Harry was left out of the spotlight completely. Now this is more than just an oversight, it feels almost, intentional. Meghan's big launch day could have been the perfect moment to show the world that the Duke and Dutch ass of suck sacks were still, united. But instead, we see Meghan front and center with zero acknowledgement of her husband. Could there be trouble in paradise? I'm just saying. If I was married to somebody who was about to face some serious legal issues, I'd probably want to show up for him, or at least make a public show of support. Just not like Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively. But Meghan, she was more focused on her own brand and didn't seem to need Harry for any of it.
Life, because this is a woman that has unlimited resources and insists we call her a friggin' duchess in the United States of America, okay? So her fans, she has some, have been left disappointed after ordering her $28 jar of honey. Well, there's your first.
Here's the thing. Meghan Markle's As Ever launch was full of red flags that are really hard to ignore. From the questionable product quality to the poor timing and even the sketchy business partnerships, it's really hard not to wonder if Meghan rushed through this whole thing just to grab a quick buck, even if it means cutting some serious corners. And let's be honest, after all the hype leading up to this moment, her brand's debut didn't exactly scream luxury or well thought out. In fact, it felt more like, oopsies, than a calculated move to cement her place in the lifestyle brand world. First off, the timing was completely off. As I've already mentioned, the launch of As Ever coincided with Harry's ongoing legal issues. That's some really crappy, messy timing. You would think that she would want to keep the focus on the brand, but instead she ended up overshadowed by Harry's drama. Now that's gotta be a kick right to the pooper. And not only that, but Meghan's solo launch video was so flat, it could have been a TikTok for a beginner influencer. Or my grandma's cat. There wasn't any grand reveal, no celebrity entourage, no behind-the-scenes action, just Meghan squealing at her computer screen. But where's the pizzazz? Where's the spark? It's like waiting for a fireworks show and instead we get to watch paint dry. Oh, and all those shady business partnerships. Snow Commerce, a company with the 1-star rating for the Better Business Bureau. It's not exactly a great move for somebody trying to build a reputable luxury brand. Especially when you factor in Snow Commerce's reputation for selling non-existent products and mishandling customer data. Yeah, it's almost like Meghan was more concerned with saving money than, actually building something solid. But are any of us really surprised at this point? Anyway, what are your thoughts? Let me know in the comments section down below and send eggs. I need an omelet. I'm hungry.